So I've finished this bag. It's just so big you can't fit in the picture. Do you like my little smiley face? And the lining. It's my patchwork. And the handles. Oh well, I'll have to go get myself off to a rave. Okay. Look at all of this. I don't know if you can see. There's bags and bags and bags. People give me yarn. Leftover yarn. I collect leftover yarn. I don't want to see it going to waste. So I need to start getting rid of it. I do make a lot of granny squares, but I was just I'm just a little bit bored of granny squares. I did have a go because I went into quilting, well, kind of, and I thought, wonder if I could crochet a quilting. If I don't think anybody's thought of this before. So I went on Pinterest, and yeah, they have. So I had a little go, and tell me if you'd like a tutorial of this. It's the log cabin. It needs to be blocked. So I had a go at that, and I think I'll make another one and make it into a bag because it's getting to bag season. Also, this is what's brought me here. I've seen it's not new. I've seen a designer bag. Now it's MUI, is it? Or MIU. Mama. Anyway, it's that. And it's a big beach bag. And I'm thinking it's coming up to that weather. We're getting there. So I'm going to have a go. Well, I am going to make it, actually, with this. And I'm hoping that I get rid of a lot of this. Now, some of this is already, I won't be able to find any now. Nope, can't find it. I do have some balls. Is this one? Yeah. So this is balls of yarn that I used to maybe get when I was organised and wrap around, say, the end of a project, and I would add it to this. And I do, oh, there's another one. So this is the Aran weight, and this is a lighter DK weight or 4-ply. There is another couple. I'd started making a granny hexagon cardie. Don't like the colourway at all. Nah, it's not giving. It's not giving. Oh, here's another one that's already made from ends. I don't think they're very long ends. So what I might do is, because I'm going to line the bag, it won't matter about all the ends behind. So what I'm going to do is start off with these and see how we go, and then just grab this maybe for about 10 inches long, and then not the actual yarn, you know, as it's made. It's all going to be double crochet. Anyways, I'm going to stop waffling on and get on with making this bag, because that's what you're here for, hopefully. Not me waffling on. And I wonder whether to double up some of the yarns, and then it'll get rid of it quicker. But then it'll be making it 2 different colours. Maybe some rows I'll use the yeah, because it was going to have to be, because I'm thinking it's not going to be thick enough. I really want it Aran weight, so there's no gaps in the double crochets, or use a smaller hook. At the minute I've got, oh, I did have a hook. Oh, see ya. So I'm going to go with the 6mm hook and the Aran ball first, and I'm going to start off with a chain of, I'm going to do some videos on this way rather than the overhead, just that my back's on, I can't sit at the table for long, and I'm thinking I haven't done a video for ages. So welcome back. I'm just looking for Aran weight or thicker weight that I could add to this. Let's go. I'm going to aim for maybe 60. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. like that size. I'll just do one of these a beachy bag. So we'll go 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. Yeah. Yeah. So it's going to have a base bottom as well, but I'm going to do that after. Or should I do that first? Decisions. And that would be starting off a rectangle and going around and around. Or do we just do it like this? Flat. We'll do it like this. Right, so 60, 61, 62, because that's my turning chain. And then I'm going to double crochet into every stitch all the way back, down. It's still quite, I missed one there. Oh, that's the thing with the dark wool. Yeah, missed a bit. Well, I'm definitely lining it. I don't know what colour fabric, because I've been buying a bit of fabric and doing a bit of sewing. I tried to put some videos on of me sewing, but it hasn't gone very well. But I don't know if they do another channel of me sewing, and am I going to do it that enough sewing to even get any views? I don't know. But I do like to sew. So I'm going to get a nice fabric to go on the inside. Oh my god, there's a fly. Get out. Can you hear? So that's the start of the bottom. Right, so I'll carry on double crocheting across here, and I'm hoping that it's going to change colour soon. I want it to be fairly quick, the colour changes. As well, it doesn't make it as, you know, it makes it less tedious for me just doing double crochet. That's US terms, double crochet. Oh, I'm pleased I put the video on now, because we could have a chat. And if you don't want to have a chat, just forward this bit. Well, I'll just sort my telly out because it's going to knock off. I'm back. I'm just thinking I'm going to have to cut this because it's getting on my nerves. It's not changing colour quick enough for me. Did you hear that? Because I turned away when I was talking. So, is that nice and chunky? Oh, come on. I don't want it to be this thoughtful. We just need to crochet. Well, I've got a load of that, so I'm not using that one. I'll use this one. So I've just got back from Budapest, so I'm going to put some photographs together, not many, just like a couple of each day, and do a little reel sometime with that. And we went to the hot baths that were outside. Half of it was cut off, but when we were on our way there, we found there was a zoo. So we went to the zoo. Oh, and I don't know whether to be happy. Well, I'm sad, because there was a bear on its own, just one singular beluga bear. Oh, and it was just really sad. So we don't know how we feel about that. Anywho, so that's it, changed colour now. I'll put all the knots to the back. That's going to be covered by the lining, and then I'll have to go and find a lining colour that I like. Yeah, we're going to carry on with this. So yeah, we went to see all of the monuments. We've done a 3-day. It was the hop on hop off bus, which was the best thing, because you could just get a good feel of where you were at, because it goes up and down every street. And we went to a Harry Potter magic, the magic restaurant it was called, and it was all Harry Potter themed, which was great because my son, he loves Harry Potter. Well, we all do, because we've loved all of the films. Where else did we go? Over the river so many bloody times. We went by boat, we went by bus, we went by train, we went by plane. We didn't hire a bike, and yeah, so it was all good. I was knackered though, and I kept having to rest, and then the boys just went off and done their own thing a couple of days, well, every morning, because I can't wake up in the morning. So every morning they went and got the steps in. I think that's too big now. So if you find that it's too big, don't worry about, so get it to the size that you want. So I am going to come back a bit. Yeah, and then I'm just going to leave that. So on any project that you do, if you find that it's too long, doesn't matter, just stop, because once you've made your chain, and then the chain always goes a different way, it always goes bigger, I think, once you start crocheting it up. So you're left with the chain, just stop and leave it with the chain, then you can unpick it to there, and then later on, so I'm just going to leave that for now, but then later on I'm just going to unpick it. So I think I'm happier with that length of bag, even that's a bit long. Yeah, I'm going to take it back a little bit more. So yeah, I'm going to take it to that. I'll do all the measurements later. So then I'm going to chain one, turn, yarn over, and double crochet into that very first chain, and then double crochet a couple, and then scissors, put that to there. That's a bit, where have we go? Well, that's some, well, I bet that would be nice in a bag, chenille, but it would be too soft, so you can go, get you out of here, chenille. Chenille! Chenille! Oh, come on, dearest. I used to be so organised with my scraps. I'm going to cut that. Just let me find another colour that's quite chunky. We've got the cream. So just going to join on with the knot. Pull nice and tight, and then carry on. I'm hoping. I think it's going to be too thin, this one. It's nice with double up. Right, so I'm just going to undo that last step. Oh, scissors. They're just, you know. So I am going to have to have a good rummage through all of this for two that look the same colour, and use double strands for DK, and then Aran, because that's nice and thick, so this will be nice, and especially with this being on the bottom. Not, it doesn't matter because I am going to line it anyway. I've got so much fabric. I've spent a lot of money, instead of even doing any crochet, I've been doing sewing, and I've spent money on fabrics that's just going to sit there. So not only have I got a massive wool collection, I'm also going to have a massive fabric collection, which to start, and I've got ideas in mind for fall. I just don't have the time to do it, and the energy, because I'm always so tired. I really need to get out. It's because it's nice and fresh and warm weather. I really need to start getting out and walking, and trying to walk a bit more. Oh, that's nice. This cream is lovely. Yeah. So the latest on the scans, I hate talking about this, and really I should do a big long video of my cancer journey, but it's just a bit, I don't know, I just don't, I put it on Facebook and all that, but I just don't like talking in depth about it. But I do have a slightly more collapsed disc or whatnot, and the pain radiating from the spine is radiating round to the ribs at the front, because I thought I'd broke a rib, but it's just radiating pain, he said, the doctor. So they've been giving me some more painkillers. I'm going to try and get a new mattress, because when I was away I kind of slept better on the hotel mattress. So I'm going to try and get a new mattress. can see purple. That's thicker. Yes. Yes, yes. And that's all I'm going to do. I had a brain scan. I found the brain. But it was alright. It's all clear. And what was the other thing? They tested me for gallstones. None. That was fine. I think just any pains and they get me right in for a scan, which is good. Good old NHS. So that was alright. Is that bright ugly yellow? And I've got two of those as well. And I want to use my browns because I've got another project in mind for brown. Brown. Or do I use a little bit of brown? I'll tell you what. I'll do a little bit of brown later. And what I'll do is I'll unravel so much and then, like with a handful, unravel it, knit it, crochet it, and then snip it off. And that's what I'll do to make the thicker yarn out of the double knit, if that's what I mean. Right, so I'll pull the knot to the back and then carry on crocheting double crochets to the end of this row. I think I'm going to do this about 10 rows long, because I do want it to have a lot of depth in the bottom of the bag. I'll see what it looks like in about 5 rows. But yeah, we'll put all the knots to one side. If I do that as I go along. And like I said, there's no need to tie them in, just make sure they're well and truly knotted at the end. Okay, so I think I've bored you enough with my prattling on. Like I say, I should do a proper face-to-face, let's get to it, down to earth, all the nitty-gritty on the cancer and the journey I've been through, because it's been exactly 5 years on April the 1st that I found out. Yeah, and then you don't have to listen to me waffling on about it if you don't want to. I'm going to change that again. And it's quite quick, this, because it's in the Aran. So we've got this as a double. So we've got your double and then your double knit and then your Aran. And I'm just going to put a knot in it there. Pull nice and tight on both sides. And then carry on with your double crochet. I've half done some things as well that I've got to make to show you, to finish. So I've got some projects to finish with you. And I think I'll just do it in this format. And I think I'm going to try and get it all done this week or next week. So we do a double crochet or a single crochet and turn. And then in the next, so it depends how you want to do how you do your turns. Let's see what this looks like anyways. This video might never see the light of day. Or it might be my viral video. Who knows? Who bloody knows with YouTube? Oh yeah, that's nice. That's coming up nice with the double thickness. Okay, so I'm going to leave you here. And we'll catch up when I've done a couple of rows, because I want to watch Celebrity Big Brother. I've nearly watched the what do you call it? I'm watching there. Is that They Have £1 Million? There's that one, and then there's the other one with Paddy McGuinness, the English one, when they're in the jungle. Something Fortune, I think. So I've been watching them. Anyway, I'll stop blabbering, and I'll see you in a while. Right, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 rows. So I think that's enough. Now on the Meow bag, they've done 2 panels, a front and a back, and the panels like joined at the middle and go across and around. I don't want to do that. Obviously I have to do something different. How many rows? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Does that colour look alright? So I'm thinking to crochet onto the base. Wonder if that will be better, or do I do it exactly like the top, like the picture? So if you're doing it onto the base, I'll finish off this one. And then what we'd do is if this was a base, I would crochet down through the top, through the base, and I would do into the top loop, back loop only, to leave a ridge, and then I'll go around each corner. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to start on the lighter side. I needn't have finished off, but I want to, because I want to give myself that brain thing. That brain thing? What's that going on about? Right, where's the thick of the cream? Is the thick of the cream. La -da 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 -da. So we do a slip knot. I'm going to put our wrong sides. Look at all my ends. Look at all my ends. I'm going to do the wrong side. I can't decide where to. Right, I'm going to start a little bit away from the end. I'm going to do the wrong sides out, the right side to me, and I'm going to crochet into the back loop only, which to you it'll be the front loop because you're opposite me. So that's the back loop. Let's do it anyway, and I'm just going to scoop up and do I think I'm just going to do single crochet for this round. So into the back loop, go on, back loop only, because I want to make a tiny little ridge, so when it looks like the bottom of a bag. You could go all out and buy studs for the bottom so it doesn't wreck on the floor, or you give your bag a chair, wouldn't you, like if it was a Birkin. So that's what it looks like. So you've got your ridge there, so that'll be the bottom, and then you've got your top, which is going to be what you're working from. So I'm going to do that all the way around. Oh, there's been a murder. I can hear the sirens in the background. So let's just do this for one round. We can always take it out if we don't like the look of it, but I'm just going to crochet in the back stitches only, all the way around. Oh yes, so when we get to the end, bear with me. If it feels, I might have a little try and see what it feels like outside. If it feels warm enough, I'll sit outside for a bit. Sorry, just stretch the wool, stretch the yarn up. So we're just going all the way along, nicely into the back. So we've got this, you can see that edge now. I'm gonna have to have a cup of tea. Nice cup of tea, love. Would you like one? It's nearly tea time. Have you seen all the TikToks about tea time? And it's an English thing. It's hilarious. And if you're posh, it's high tea with scones and strawberries and jam and real butter. Right, so we've got to the top and we're going down the sides. So what I'm just going to have to do is just pick up a stitch as much as I can, but not too much that makes it wavy and not too little that it makes it scrunched up. So I'm just going to, I'm in the corner one, and I'm going to do another one in the corner. So that'll be my corner stitch, and then another one in the corner. That'll be 3. So on the corners, I'll be doing 3 stitches into the same space to get me around the corner. And then we're going to just single crochet down the sides where we can see a gap, because we won't be able to go into the back loop only on here. because we haven't got a back loop, and I just want to have a look at that side because I'm not so sure if I like the shape of that. No, I think I'm just going to do 2. So we'll get to the corner, 1, so put 1 stitch in there, and I'm going to do, I might pick up a little bit from underneath because it looks a bit too loose, loosey goosey. Oh, come on. No, it's not happening. Right, so 2 and then 1 right next door, so that's starting 1 and then 2. That's better. It's a nicer edge. I'm going to go all the way. Hopefully this cream doesn't run out. I want to do all around this edge with cream, just so when you start your next round you're not going to be lost. Just a bit more obvious to you. And if you want to do it like the original picture, then you can do it like the original picture in 3 sections. But that only means if you have it in 3 sections, you're going to have to make sure that each panel is exactly the right size, and then you're going to have to sew it together. So you're making, this is making less work, and that's what we like to do. Keep it simple. Right, so we're back to where we started, or the first row, or the first chain, and they're like funny odd stitches. So we're just going to do 2 in the corner again. So that'll get us round the corner and ready for the straight. And then I'm just going to pick up each stitch. I wonder if I could find the back stitch of this. Let's have a look. No, I think if you'd maybe went into the bump, but with it being navy, oh wait, that might help. It's like a little top stitch. I'll try that. Let's see if that makes an edge. Oops. Yeah, so the little bump that stands out, you won't be able to see it. So there's a little bump. And because it's navy, you can't see it. No. Do you do that way? And that way. There. It's very, very top of the stitches. Did I use a different colour? No, I've done it all in navy, so I haven't helped myself. Oh, so what I am going to do before I pause you, scissors. So what I'm going to do is cut and then just unpick. Oh, no, it's very difficult to do. That's it. So back to the, use the hook. There we go. So I'm just going to, I've unpicked the navy chain back to there. I've made quite a bit of a knot, and it's loosey gander, loosey goosey. So I'm just going to loosen it up, and then I'm going to just do a knot, slip knot through, and then just a double knot really, so we're not going anywhere. Because can you imagine if you were just crocheting away and it just fell to pieces on you? So when we flip our work back for our next row, that's the bottom of your bag, and then it's kind of a lip here. So when we come back to crochet, we're just going to crochet through your V. See that nice big chunky V? We're just going to crochet through that. Okay, so we'll go around a couple. If I like the look of it, I'll be back. If I don't, I'll unpick this and I'll back, and maybe even delete all this and start with 2-3 panels. Or I might just show you my mistakes. Alright, see you in a while, crocodile. So I've went all the way around now. So I've got them all. I'm just joining onto there, and then I'm going to break off and then get another colour. I know it looks I've maybe went off piece by changing my direction and just keeping one row of the colour, but I just want it to be like the bottom edge. So hopefully it'll blend in and it won't be that bad. it won't stand out too much. So all I'm doing is making this slip knot to there, and then I'm going to crochet, not crochet, tie a knot, and then sew that in later on, or not. Oh, not, it just depends what not to do. Right, so that is the bottom of the bag, and I'm just going to get another colour. Well, that's a chunky one. Let's find an end, because I don't want it. I'm enjoying this, but look at, I'm getting no further forward, by the way. Still got all of the mess. I don't think I'll ever get to the bottom of this. Right, where do we find? So to join on again, we're just going to slip knot through. Go to any place you want. I don't want to go where I've already been, and just join on. So maybe go to the centre here at the back. Then I can show you how I'm going to do the corners, because I don't know yet. Are we? We're that way. We're that way. Which way are we? So keep the right side towards me. That's how I'm going to work. Right, so right side's towards you. So this piece of bag, I wonder if I should do this bit. Oh no. I'm going to start here where I can see, you know, where we made the ridge, proper ridge. Excuse me, just had some mango. So that was the bottom of the bag, and then we've got the ridge. So we're going to join on here. So just going to pick up and chain 2, and then double crochet all the way around the first row, and then we're going to do 2 in the corner, and then this might be look better for, you know, when we're changing colours as well. So we're in the corner 1, and we're going to double crochet twice, and then we're round to this side and double crochet into the side. So that's it starting to work up now. So I'll keep going round, changing colours, double crochet, changing colours, double crochet all the way around. I'll do a few rows up, and then we'll see what it's looking like as a bag would be. Okay, so I'm working around the corners, and now I'm not doing 2 into the corners, I'm just doing 1, because it's too flat if I do 2, and I want it to curve up a little bit. So I'm just going to do 1 double crochet into every stitch around, and see if that'll tighten it up. See how it's just loose there. Excuse me, I've got a hiccup. Oh, excuse me. Okay. Because really I want it to be up now. So I'll do a couple of rows the same, and then we'll see where we look, how we're looking from that. And I can always adjust it as I go. If it's too like baggy, then I'll decrease, and if it's going in too tight, I'll increase. Yeah. Anyway, something like that. But let's get cracking. So I'm still on the changing. I'm just grabbing the yarns and just pulling a few, and then snapping them off, and then tying it to another colour as I'm getting close to the end. And we shall keep going like that. And yeah, so it's a double crochet into every single one now we've passed that first round. Just a thought of us working in the rounds now. So we're coming to the end of this colour round, and then we've got our next stitch is in that one there. So we're just going to, I'm not going to do a chain. I'm just going to work over to this top of the chain, the top of that first double crochet. Make sure I've got 2 going through it, and then I'm going to slip stitch into the top without a chain. Then I'm going to chain 2, so that'll be your first double crochet, and then carry on double crochet into the top of every one. You could change colour here, but it won't matter because you'll be changing colour as soon as you get like to the end of this little bit. And then we're just going to carry on around the corner like we said, with no increases. But it feels like it's going that way, but we'll try it without. So it's facing that way, and this one's going to be up and it's over there. So I'm hoping it will, yeah, so it does tighten it up. So we're keeping the shape going up. And we'll see what it's like in the next round. Like I said before, we'll just see how we're getting on with the shape, because at the minute it's a bit flat. Yeah, but it should work out okay, she says. These are the famous last words. Sorry, my nose. Sniffle, sniffle. Here I am. I've done a few rows more, and it's just getting bigger and wobbly, and I don't like it. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to frog it. Well, I'm going to frog it, but I'm going to crochet from this, because it's all done in knots, and I'm just going to make a rectangle. So I'm going to do it in 3 panels. I'm going to do the 2 rectangles the same, and then the bottom, measure the bottom of the rectangles and do a square at the bottom. Or I might just do a thin row, but this is just getting ridiculous. I just feel like it's grown and grown. It's not taking much shape, and for it to be what I want it to be, if I was doing it as maybe a tugboat, no, something else, and the stitches are a double crochet, I'm going to change it to a half double crochet. So I'm going to get a bit tighter and a bit thicker, so it maybe stays a bit stiff. But for the moment, I'm not liking this. So it'll take me back down to the white. So I'm just going to make a rectangle, and I'm going to do it, let me think, I've got my little tape measure here, and I've got 17, 18 inches on there. What's 18 inches? 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 inches. I'm going to do with 20 inches wide. So let's start again. So I'm going to keep that there, because that's my 20 inches. I'm going to get to the end of this that I'd already pulled out. And am I keeping the same? Oh, where am I? I wonder whether to go down a size. I'll keep the 6mm hook. I'll go to a 5mm hook. I'm going to try, I'll cast on with the 6mm hook. Cast on chain. You know what I mean. Right, let's just see what we've got here. Right. So I'm going to do a rectangle of 50 inches. I'm just going to do the chain now. Oh, that's, yeah, in a size 6mm hook. So let's see what we've got. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70. So I've done 70. It's longer than I needed. So when I come back and I measured it, once I've got my first row of double crochet, half double crochets. So I'm going to half double crochet now into the 1, 2, third along from the hook. So we'll see how we get on with that. We'll do that for the rest of this row. So we're going half double crochet. I was going to change. I was going to change hooks, wasn't I? See if that goes a little bit tighter, because we don't want any gaps. Right, go back again. Right, I'm going half double crochet in every chain until we measured it at 50 centimeters. We'll see what this is like, if it's easier to do, but I don't think it's splitting the double yarn up, so I don't think it's going to be easy to do. Yeah, I don't like that. So it's because it's the yarn needles too. The crochet hook's too small. It splits between the two yarns. So if I was doing a single yarn, then it would be fine. Where this is just smooth, baby. So we're still going to work with our 6mm hook and our 2 strands of yarn. And we're doing half double crochets all the way back along, and I'm going to watch this Secret Millionaire, is it? $1 Million Secret. That's what I'm watching. We're near the end. Okay, so this is what we've got so far. Take 2. Morning, it's the next day. I've been crocheting. I haven't got hardly anywhere with this bag. It could end up being a jacket now, because we've seen all that still there. It's taken me forever to sort it through and do a couple of half a row, and then taking it, you know, because I want it to look like ends of yarns, and some of these are like 3 rows maybe. So I've put it like this, and I'm thinking, would I wear it if it was a cardigan? Sorry, the telly. Would I wear it if it was a cardigan? Like Joseph's, the coat of many colours? I don't know. So I'm going to leave it at this one, and then I'm going to do the other side. I think it's going to be too big to make a bag. Unless I fold it the other way. Oh. It's just not deep enough. Could I make a bag? Don't know. I'm just going to carry on making panels and see how I get on. But it's quite pretty. I've done some doubled up, so there's like 2 in it. I've doubled up on most of the wool. We'll just carry on. See you tomorrow, probably. So I've biffed crocheting for days and days and days and days. That's 1 bag made. And 2 bags made. I'm going to line them with some patchwork, is it? I've had to go at half square triangles, and I'm going to line. Oh, that's here. Then it's not the greatest, so I won't be doing anything about them. But I'm going to be using that to line my bags, and then for the handles, I've done about 70 stitches. So I didn't want to use scrap yarn on this one. I mean, I've still used the scrap yarn, but the ones that had a full ball. So I've done about 100 stitches by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 rows of single crochet, And why I like to do it like this is if I've done it horizontally, when your bag stretches it, this will stretch. Whereas if you do it vertically, it won't give as much. So I always do my handles like that. So that's the two for the bigger bag, and then the other bag, because I still wanted to use up some of the scraps, but there's loads of little ends popping out, so they all need trimmed off. And I have done it in the way that it was made, and I think I've done about 70 stitches on these. And I think it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows as well. So I'm going to, so you could do it like that now and just put your handles on and away you go. But I want to do the lining, because I think, because there's that many ends, I'm not sitting sewing all them in. No way, Jose. So I'm just going to get all that sorted, meet me at the table, and we'll get the linings done. I have, after I put the handles on, I've folded the fabric that I'm going to use. I'm just going to make sure that it's going to fit. So fold it down to the bottom. I wanted to make a box bottom, but I haven't left, it's too thick. So I'm going to have to make a new design of a bag that's crochet with a box bottom. So I'm going to do that next. So that's going to fit that way. That's fine, and it's going to fit that way. Great. So what I'm going to just do now is lift that out of the way, turn it inside out. I maybe should have done it with a plain piece of fabric, which would have been a bit easier for you to see. But I wanted to use this up because it's just sitting there, and and it's all about using up our scraps, and effectively this bag in a lining is a piece of scrap. Oh yes, it is. Right, so I'm going to pop down the bag for measurements wise. I want to pop it to the bottom seam, seams to seam. I want to try and keep it that I've got that roughly in the middle, because I'm looking at the seams of the triangles, which if you use a plain piece of fabric, it'll be easier because you're not matching up. And if it was directional, you'd want it to be the right way up, blah de blah. So I'm just going to take a pen and I'm going to mark the actual line that I'm going to sew on. So it's going to be from here. It doesn't matter that it's a Sharpie, it's just an inner lining. Now across the top, I want it to come down a little bit. So turn that around, pull the old handles, because that'll be my fold. So I'm just going to do fold, because I want it cutty. Or do I want to cut it there, or sew it there and then fold it down. And just the outline of the bag. So make sure that's on the folded down, because I just want to, it goes right through the blooming thing. It's okay, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. So that's going to fold down, and that's, I'll pin that into place. So fold it down a little bit more. I just want it past. I just want it past that line a little bit. Because I don't want I want it to come down. So I'll maybe do that fold and then a small fold in. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to do 2 folds on the top. And then get that out of my way. So you could do this by hand. And once I'm at the sewing machine, I'll sew it straight. It's just that when you're coming around on around something that's made of wool, it's not directly straight because it's got a lot of texture in it. So we're just going to pin all this, and I'm going to take it to the machine, and I'm going to sew these edges. I'll probably cut it with me zigzag pink and shears. I'm going to fold that over this way so it matches. And when I get to the machine, I'm going to sew all the way around. It's already done at the bottom. Then I'm going to sew across the top. I'll trim off all the excess, and then this top bit again, I'm going to fold in 1/2 inch and sew again. So it turns out like that.
So I will meet you back when I've done that part.
So I've done that. Well, it's not very straight edge though. We'll see what it looks like in, and then we leave it inside out. This the right way, and you come across any threads and you can just snip them off. I'm a bit disappointed because I did want to do a boxed bottom. Never mind. Right, so we've got our handles facing you, and we're going to put the lining in to your corner. You could also do a little stitch in each corner if you wanted to. And I'm going to do the hokey cokey and turn around. So I'm just going to shake it into place. That's one corner. And I'm holding the lining. So what we're going to do now is look for your centre, just eyeball it, and I'm going to hold it about there and put a pin. And then I'm going to come to the corner, this corner seam and my corner seam off the crochet and the corner seam off the lining, and put them together. Hold it down just a bit. Oh, that's going to come undone. Yikes, I'll have to fix that. I'll have to turn it this way. I'll do that in a minute. Now, I would like to do this on the sewing machine, but I'm a bit scared. So you can just sew it with a very, very sharp sewing needle that'll go through both the lining. Just hold that there and that there. Where are we at? Where's my corner? That's it. And then go to the opposite side and pin that there. And this side. So this now will cover up, you know, where you've sewn your handles on. It's covering up all your ends that have pointing out that side. Any strands you can always just very carefully snip. Oh God, we need new snippers. Snip off and work our way around. So I'm going to do that now. Wish me luck. I'm going to go to the sewing machine, I think. Right, I've got my walking foot on. It's all of a bollocks, but we'll just give it a try. Don't hit that bit. Still have to lift it up. I've got a cringe in my fingers then. I'm going to put it on number 0 and close my eyes. Oh, come on. I'm going to have to push it a little bit. Watch out for your fingers. Okay. Well, we seem to be not too bad. Right, we're getting up to the seams, so we'll just take it easy. I'm going to knock you off because I can feel you cringe. Or do I? Do we cringe? Yeah, I'm actually gonna leapfrog over this. So just lifting our foot, pushing it over. Oh, it's not even gonna go in by hand. Oh, so I'll have to come back to these bits and just pop a little extra stitch in. Oh, please don't do this to me. All right. Breathe, 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 breathe. That's not feeding at all. Right, I'm gonna have to help this along. Okay. Oh, it's not going anywhere. Come on. Oh no, I didn't mean to press so hard. I'll have to slow my speed down. Oh, take my slippers off. Barefoot. That's better. So we're nearly at the edge there, and I don't want to come off with the edge. So all I'm doing is just thinking about this small piece that I'm actually sewing. I'm trying not to think too much about the rest of it and concentrate on this next couple of centimetres or inches. And just getting them in the right place, the position that you want. So it's okay. We are having to work it a little bit, just the pulling and pushing and everything. And then just to get it where we want it. Around the handles, we'll probably just sew by hand. Part. Sewn. It's in. It's on. I've snipped off a few ends that I could find. Now I can't decide whether to embroider my name on or put some mushrooms and things on, so I'm going to have a little ponder about that. Or a name. So what I was going to show you was the outside, because we used the underneath thread was the blue. You can't see the stitching, which is good, and that's a bit that's pulled through from the top thread. I don't know if you can see that. So I'm just going to snip off all the snippety edges. That's that part done. Right, Miss Person. That's so cute.